You do not want to look in there. Hello, our fourth installment of A Scientist Plays Fallout 4. I'm your host, your science boy, your conduit to all the science, education, and entertainment in your favorite video game to lead you through god-tier gameplay, incredible education, and maybe a little bit of fun along the way. Dear viewer, I find myself at a crossroads with this playthrough. Last time we played, we got killed a lot because we had literally no damage resistance because we were just wearing a lab coat and some goggles. So I did some playing off stream to get us to a place where I think now we can advance our goals. Kyle, what do you think about the future of nuclear power? Nuclear all the way? Nuclear all the way. It's the safest form of energy. It's the most efficient form of energy that we have. It has a terrible reputation, but I believe, yes, dear viewer, that was Science Lesson Point 5. I want to know about color perception with the 100 bits or cheers. I don't know what it is. Kevin, what is it? I can't even hear you. Color perception, you have rods and cones at the backs of your eyes. These are little cells that are sensitive to certain wavelengths of light. Wavelengths in the visible light spectrum, from around 300 to 400 nanometers to around 700 nanometers. This comprises the spectrum of visible light, from red all the way to deep blue and violet. You have three different kinds of these cells in the backs of your eyes, and they are sensitive to different peaks in this visible spectrum. When you constructively add these wavelengths in certain variations, you get basically all the colors you can possibly see. But Kyle, does that mean that I could see even more colors in the universe if I had more than 3 of these types of cells? Yes. Birds have 4. They can see into the ultraviolet range, beyond violet. Mantis shrimp have 14. We don't even know what their world looks like. Science lesson, 0.5 again. That makes it 1. We're doing good, chat. We're already doing good. Hype train, success. Again, no idea what it means. We've already got the game loaded up. We've got chat loaded up. It looks like there's nobody in here, but that's only because you can't see them. You're not cheating by wearing armor. It's protective equipment for the combat experiment. So I did find some armor for our playthrough. It's not a lab coat. We're easing into our experience here. This is some PBS kids type stuff. Yeah, great. Fantastic. We're playing video games. We're attempting to teach you science while we're doing that. Put it on PBS. I dare you, mister. What's your view on tidal power as a renewable source of energy? How effective would it be? Tidal source of power is cool. It's where you put basically machines in zones where there's a lot of waves. The movement of the waves moves the machines, which can generate electricity through easy-to-make motors. Now, the benefit of this tidal energy is that the source of energy is basically limitless. It's just the movement of the moon around the Earth and the Earth around the sun. This is not going to change for thousands and thousands and millions of years. So that energy is still going to be there. The problem is that it's not very energy dense, by which I mean you'd have to make so many of these tidal machines to start making it a real dent in our energy problem. Similar with solar panels, you need so many of them, even though the actual surface area you need isn't that much to get everyone to get on board with. So I'm saying that to say this: energy density of something like nuclear power, on the other hand, is thousands of times more. So you could have a single nuclear power plant. I don't know the actual, I'd have to do the math on this. But a single nuclear power plant is probably generating the same amount of power as thousands and thousands of these tidal machines. So that's why nuclear power, to me, is certainly the way forward. ICU says, learning with Kyle the science file. Kyle the science file. Hill, science rules. Kyle the science file. Inertia is a property of matter. Hill. It almost works. What? Why would he sue me? We've met. Right. Good point. I won't sing that again. DMCA strike inbound. What? PBS is not going to come and strike me in here. They can't get past all my turrets. How long would it take for an environment to revitalize from nuclear devastation? For instance, would the plant life of the environment look like Fallout 4 with the lack of greenery, or would it have grown back or something else? Depends on the devastation. If you go to a place like Chernobyl, the site of the worst nuclear disaster in human history, greenery is everywhere, and it's back. It's teeming with life. Animals are everywhere and flourishing. It's one of my goals to kind of demystify Chernobyl. It's not a wasteland like Fallout 4, I assure you. Will Kyle be taking any booty pics in Chernobyl because that's what all the Instagrammers do? No. I will be respecting Chernobyl. I'm going there with scientists and engineers who are training, who are measuring levels of radiation, who are learning how to decontaminate areas, take readings. We are going there with professional people, with professional goals in mind. I will not be sullying the history of this place and what it represents to so many by taking booty pics in front of Pripyat's Ferris wheel. What post-apocalypse setting do you think is the most realistic? Fallout or Metro? Trick question. It's Horizon Zero Dawn. Or The Last of Us. The Last of Us. Kevin, turn on the screen! We're in.
Nice job with those defenses. I've got nothing else I need right now.
Solid humor by a science guy. Big fan, says B. Fulton. Yes, in addition to having an engineering degree, I'm also hilarious. Do you think the greatest threat to humans is humans? Yes, 100%. Easily. Nuclear proliferation, super intelligent AI, a synthetic pandemic virus. All of those things are much, much more likely than like a gamma ray burst or an asteroid strike or something like that. Now we have 3 goals. In addition to the goals, of course, we'll be bringing you science time. But in between that science time, we have 3 things that we can do. So either we're going to continue our quest to find the Institute, we're going to go find our robot girlfriend, Curie, or we're going to do the alien-related quest where I'll probably have a lot of alien-related things to say to you. So here's our power armor. I know it's crappy. But we've repaired everything. And I want to show you what we've done in terms of weaponry. I have a silenced pistol, not very sciencey, I know. But we have an upgraded Righteous Authority with a sniper barrel, a focused, it does a lot of damage. That will be our energy weapon of choice today. We have a Syringer rifle. You tell me that hitting people with hypodermic needles in the neck isn't sciencey? It is. We have a chameleon and cloaking left and right leg, which means that if I stay still for just half a second, I am completely invisible. And if that's not sciencey, I don't know what is. Institute, Curie, or aliens. Go. Type that word. Institute, Curie, or aliens, chat. Hit me. Curie. Aliens, Curie. It's either aliens or Curie. Oh, it looks pretty close. Don't look at my armor. Aliens, Curie, aliens, Curie, aliens, Curie. Oh, man. It looks split down the middle. I think the alien one is much shorter than Curie. So what we're going to do is we're going to go do the Cabot House quest, which is all alien-y, and then we will head to Curie if we have time. I think we can probably do both. Do I still go invisible if I'm in... Oh, let's get it. We should have a much easier time now than we had before getting annihilated. A poll would be very scientific. Fun fact, why don't polls sample everyone in a state to get the accurate representation? Why don't presidential elections sample every single person to get what actually happened? Well, that's because statistically, if you're doing a pure random sample of people within a certain group, and if you're doing a statistically random sample, it turns out, and there's equations for this, that if you poll 1,024 people, it is as accurate statistically as polling the entire population. So you can poll 1,000 people randomly to get an accurate feeling of 300 million people, say, in the United States. That's science lesson number 2. Bam! Not to spam, but why is space cold? Says Wing Gundam. Space is cold because there's very little in it. There's little, so if temperature is the kinetic energy of particles. Temperature is literally... Oh, we put a sight on it. Oh, yeah. If temperature is literally the kinetic motion of particles, the kinetic energy of particles has energy inside of it. Oh, so my game just crashed. Cool. So the kinetic energy of particles is how we measure temperature. And in space, the average density of particles is very, very, very low. So there's like 1 atom per like cubic centimeter. And a centimeter is about half an inch, right? So if we only have 1 atom per cubic centimeter, that's very, very little to have a temperature for anything to have heat. By contrast, just 1 cubic centimeter of air has millions and billions and billions of atoms, yet space only has 1. So space doesn't have enough stuff in it to be hot. Even the hot radiation coming out from stars, it's not being absorbed by anything. It's just traveling through space and eventually hitting a planet and warming it up. But because there's no stuff to hold that kinetic energy in space, that's why space is cold. Science lesson number 3. I can't believe my game just crashed. Are crashes sciencey? No, the only thing sciencey about crashes is that if you're consistently putting out a game with bugs, that doesn't mean... That means your game development process is bad. Onwards to aliens. Kevin, turn it on! Thank you. Okay, so back to reality. Oops. Haha, don't say any more words. We're going to Cabot House. I think Cabot House, he has a big security bot presence, right? Hey, it's cool. It's cool. Hey, it's cool.
Go away.
It's me.
Edward Deegan asked me to come here. Oh, it's you. Good.
Yeah, it's me.
Come on
Smooth
in.
skin. Yeah. Down here says, so if we compare microspace to macrospace, would the universe mean more like solid or a liquid or a gas? Space, if you want to define space as a solid or liquid or a gas, if you can, it's like a very, very, very rarefied gas. Science lesson number 4.
Did you not?
Bam! What I love about this mission,
The new guy is here.
it gives you a nice respite from the wasteland in that everything is pristine and nice, and you're like, oh, I remember what it's like to look at nice things.
Hello. Well,
Pleased to meet you, Jack.
and I am very pleased to meet you.
What if I put this?
Tiresome. But I always like to know personally
What if I put this in your
everyone
face?
who works for me. Please, have a seat. How about a drink? Edward, the good bourbon, eh? Please, have a seat.
I don't think I can sit in my armor. Just a second.
Now, before we get down to business, I have a question I like to ask all my...
Don't worry, my armor is technically sciencey, all right? Okay, it's science time. It's aliens time. Here we go. I'm gonna evaluate the crap out of this man.
UFOs and little.
Okay, so I know I'm not wearing a lab coat right now, like I said I would, but we're trying to get the armored lab coat plus the helmet that I'm wearing. If you look at those little symbols on my helmet, what that depicts usually is center of mass or center of gravity, and that's what you would use with a high-speed camera to show how the center of gravity of an object is moving in high speed, or you could use that against a background to determine velocity or that sort of thing. Science lesson 4.5. Come on, alien stuff!
No, that's all popular hysteria. I doubt any of it has any basis in fact. I'm talking about the hidden history of our planet.
Oh no.
The very origins of human civilization. Ancient powers that modern science, even at its pinnacle, could barely begin to comprehend.
What I dislike about the quote-unquote ancient alien hypothesis, Grim Tello says you should make a channel on YouTube and do science stuff. The problem I have with the ancient aliens hypothesis, and it's not really, or theory, and I put those in quotes because they're not They're not formulated in a way such that they can be disproven, making them not scientific hypotheses or theories. So the ancient alien idea, it's not a theory. Oftentimes you'll run into an ancient aliens person, they're like, okay, but how could the pyramids be so precise, or this or that, or how did the ancient Mayans track the moon, or whatever the heck it is. And they are willing to throw away the genius and ingenuity and engineering capability of thousands of people over the course of thousands of years in favor of their lack of understanding. Just because you don't know how something was done, just because you don't know how the Easter Island heads got there, or how you can precisely put a pyramid block there, doesn't mean someone else didn't figure it out. Doesn't mean a human didn't do it. The ancient aliens idea annoys me because it presumes that we are smarter than whatever was done before us. And that's not always true. Especially when you don't consider the simple things like, well, how are the pyramids so precise? Well, they weren't fabricating the pyramids in a factory in 2 years, like with, machines and operating arms and that kind of thing. It took them decades. If you had decades and thousands of slaves to dedicate to making sure a rock looked right, I'm pretty sure you could figure it out. Or someone could figure it out. That's what annoys me about ancient aliens. Like, but how could it did Einstein get his equations from aliens? That's more likely to you than a genius was born, and he had some great thoughts and met with amazing people and had amazing education. That makes less sense to you? It's disrespectful to humanity, what it is. And so I'm going to be disrespectful to this man. Because, dear viewers, that which can be asserted without evidence can also be dismissed without evidence just as easily. Science lesson 5. Bam!
You think aliens created human civilization?
Yes, if by alien you mean a non-human precursor to the commonly understood founding
Oh
culture.
man, this guy.
Sumer, Egypt, Assyria. My father excavated a city in the Rub al-Khali in Arabia, which he dated to more than 4,000 years before the rise of any known human civilization.
Human civilization, the first cities dates back to the rise of agriculture, which was around 10,000 years ago. So I have no idea what this guy's talking about.
The structures and artifacts were strange, disturbing even. Clearly not constructed for or by humans. I've spent my life trying to...
Of course, the funny part of Fallout is that he's kind of right. And Fallout is very tongue-in-cheek and sci-fi, and there's aliens in the Fallout games and Fallout 3. So, of course, as we play this mission, I'm gonna look more wrong. But I assure you, I am not.
decipher what he uncovered.
Jack, can I tell him what I need him to do?
I'm sorry, Edward. I just get carried away sometimes. You're sending him to look for the missing shipment.
Yes.
Well then, I'd better leave you to it. We'll talk more about this some other time, when things are less rushed.
Macaroni Bones.
Now,
Don't like that
welcome
name.
to the family.
What if it wasn't aliens, just ancient eldritch beings from outer space?
Congratulations.
What we never want to do is try to explain some unlikely event with something even less likely, with even less evidence. That gets us nowhere. 5.5.
Open mind.
Why is the game still loading? Oh, man. I want to be in this power armor. Those are... See those Omni treads there? Those Omni treads let you roll in many different directions without having to forward or reverse. You can just go side to side. And if you look at... If you've worked in a heavy industry kind of place, you know that those treads are on some more modern kinds of forklifts because it's much easier to maneuver them in small spaces with those kinds of treads. How are you guys doing? We have our new laser rifle, if you're just joining us, with a scope, but my ammo is down from 26 to just 6. But we are in power armor. We're a big old boy. We are wearing armor that cloaks us as though we are Klingon, Kupla! Which is cool. And we are on our way to help this guy with his alien quest, and while I'm not only doing this just to flex on this nerd, but also, once we complete this quest, I believe we get a lab coat that we can, and I checked, improve with synthetic weave, so we can get back on track. Love these sciencey streams, says LMI. Ella, I love that you're in here. Get in here. The danger sense is tingling. Yeah. Just a second. That are... Oh, I'm not going to be able to hit this thing fast enough. Oh, stingwings are bad, right? Oh, God. I'm in a big armor. You're too fast for me. What? What? What's happening? No! 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 People were right. I was saying, hey, don't worry about it, and little did I know, huh? That I was about to get stanged. Oh, hey. Hey, buddy.
What's that?
Nothing. Just stop moving. Be quiet. Hello.
What? Who's there?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Always shoot the legs. Always go for the legs and or crotch. Uh-oh. That guy's got a big something. Jumping. Jumping in power armor. Aiming. Uh-oh. 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 Always aim for the legs. That's what happens. Survive. Adapt. Improvise. Overcome. Be Bear Grylls. Ooh, my armor has been destroyed by this guy. Ah! Shoot the legs! Yeah, this low armor, this low ammo count is bad, dude. It's fine. Shoot the legs! Headshot. I don't like this. The damage is good, but I don't like the capacity. Why is power armor so cool in this game? Just a sec. Headshot. Shoot the legs when you can cripple them is really good for... Yeah, the ammo here is really good against stuff like Deathclaws, because they can't chase you and do that radical amount of melee damage. How you guys doing? Cool. Do you mind if I take your drugs? Thanks. Onwards to aliens. At this rate, you'll have to walk around with a struggle pipe gun until you amass enough fusion cells for that laser weapon. I have 400. I'm good. There's where I'm trying to go. I have to cross this area, which I don't want to do. Deathclaws look sad if you cripple both their legs. Yes, but also you don't die, which is good. Go. 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 Go.
Edward said you might know where to start looking for the package that went missing.
Oh, you're the new guy. So this package, Pretty sure we know where it is. The guys that shot Ben are holed up
Maria,
in Parsons
you
Creamery.
are
Just north.
very skinny for that armor. Once we get a Gatling laser, don't worry, that's what we'll be doing. Chat. Kevin, turn. It can't just be transparent. Thank you. How's everyone doing in the chat so far, huh? Doing good, looking good, feeling good. You know what I've been doing the last 2 weeks, chat? I've been waking up 4 days a week. I wake up 9 a.m. I jump on the bike. I bike 10 miles. I come right back. I jump in the pool. I do 10 laps, and then I start my day. Feel like $1 million. Is the swimming easier than biking? Says Mossy Sushi. So what we're doing is we're getting our heart rate into a good target area, like 140 to 150, while we're biking 10 miles. Get a little sun. This is the first time I've actually been getting tan in years. We work the legs. We work the respiratory system. We get a little cardiovascular. And then we jump in the pool, which works some of our core and triceps for the breaststroke. Can't get any of the hair wet. That would be a travesty. Why do you look like MCU Thor? Says TJM 2000. TJM, you must be new here. I swear to the basilisk, if y'all aren't, if any of you left, 20 of you left. $20 of you left. You know what that means? 20 of you are going to hear a certain kind of buzzing above your place of residence in, I'd say 20 minutes, depending on your location. Yes, everyone's saying I'm still here. I know that. But everyone who left, because, Science Man isn't playing games for 2 seconds. We have your location, and I'm being told, okay, good. Entertain me, Science Man. Do a math problem. Says GM Sec. I'm not. What should I do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to calculate right now, huh? What's the thrust of a Saturn V rocket? What wavelength do lasers have? That depends. Are we getting into science time? Lasers, they are coherent light. They're coherent in time. They're coherent in wavelength, which means it's the same. And that's why there's no interference such that you get a beam comprised of all these different wavelengths of light. So something, for example, the wavelengths of light coming out from a light bulb or an LED or whatever like this, it's not coherent. They're not all the same wavelength. And so these are all, if we put this through a prism, it'd be all different wavelengths of light going through the visible light spectrum. But lasers are coherent, whether they be ultraviolet or IR or visible light. They're coherent. They're all the same wavelength. So what wavelength is a laser? A visible light laser, you can determine that based on its color. And as we said at the beginning of the stream, those wavelengths range from about 350 nanometers to around 700 nanometers. 350 being shorter than 700, so that's around blue. Right? So your green laser pointer, like you may have, is around like what, 400, 500 nanometers, something like that. At what point does a laser become dangerous? Says Chaos 2209. Ooh, this is going to be science lesson number 7 already. Chaos. Funnily enough, lasers, like laser pointers that you can buy, or lasers that you can buy, they're on a dangerosity scale, a term I just made up, that is based on your eyes. So a laser that can be shown across your eye by accident, but very quickly, if it doesn't do any damage, it's at a lower dangerosity value. Again, I made up that term. That's not a real thing. As you go up, that eye damage determines the level that the laser is categorized at. So if a laser can be drawn across your eye, it might cause a little bit potentially damage, but you have a blinking reflex, so your eye senses light that's too intense, you blink and you block it. That's another class of dangerous laser. When a laser gets really dangerous, the laser is so strong that if the beam passed over your retina, it could damage your retina before you could blink. And then danger goes up from there. There's lasers that you can't see, like ultraviolet lasers, UV lasers that you can't see, so you will never blink. They could just fry your eye and you wouldn't even know it until you had damage. So common danger classes for something like laser pointers is based on, can your eye protect itself? That's the dangerosity level. Again. Trademark. What's the speed of blinking? It says mortal. It's about 250 milliseconds. Quarter of a second. What is the resolution of the human eye? Type that in on Vsauce's channel. Michael has a good video on that. So let's see what we can get up to. It's time for scientists to play. Joey Zoom. Kevin, turn it on! Thank you. Oh, that's the guy I annihilated his head. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, there's this cool tower here. Oh, I think there's a Deathclaw right around here somewhere. Are you playing pure vanilla, says TJM? Yes, but all the DLC is installed. I think I was using this as a sniper spot before. Uh-oh! I guess no one's up here. Where did you... How did I pass all that and you didn't show up? The science of fall damage! And... Oh, no! And the science of suppression. We will get to it. I gotta laser these guys. How about you get crotch lasered? 007. You wanna play that game? You want to play that game? I don't think you do. That's the thing. you want to do. I am in a giant suit of powered armor. Bye-bye. Hey, look at me. I'm Daniel Craig. Always shoot the legs. Look at me with a big guy with a little gun. Yep. Yep. Bye-bye. Those aren't laser weapons. I know. I know. But Kyle, you're not using... I know. Wait, I was gonna tell you something about it. Don't worry about it. My armor's starting to fall apart again. I know. So two things. I was only going off book there with that silenced pistol, that cool science pistol. Just so, hey, how you guys doing? Just so I could tell you a little bit of science about it. That's all. We're not breaking the rules. We're educating. There's a difference.
Lock's really strong.
You're really strong, baby. Uh-oh. Okay, so we have 3 science lessons to go through. Legs! 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 Eat noodles! Survive. Come here. Uh-oh. That's a grenade. Legs. Legs. Get him. Get him. Legs. Legs. Thank you. The wasteland is getting to you. I know, I'm going a little crazy. Okay. So, as I was trying to say, chat, before I was so rudely interrupted. Sound suppression. A suppressor isn't just a solid cylinder of metal. it also has little chambers inside of it for gas to go. And the expanding gas from a bullet is what propels that bullet with some thrust outwards. But all that gas has to go somewhere. It comes out of the end of a barrel. It goes in all directions like a plume, and it pushes on the air around it. That fast-moving gas pushes on the air around it, and those vibrations, those pushes on the air, create a loud bang. That's what sound is. It's just pressure waves. So what a silencer does is try to break up and reduce some of that pressure wave before it exits the gun, thus reducing the sound. It does not sound like this in real life. That is way too quiet. It's still quite loud. The gas is from the propellant, not the projectile. Yeah, no, I know, but in a bullet, the propellant, gunpowder, grains of gunpowder, it undergoes combustion. The expanding gases push the projectile. You know what I mean, Jabo. Anyway, that's science lesson 8. Don't worry about it. The other thing we were doing was sniping. And sniping, any kind of long-distance weapon shooting, requires rifling on a barrel. What rifling does is give the bullet, the projectile, Jabo, some stability by giving it some rotational inertia and movement. So if the bullet's rotating, it's going to take some energy put on by drag forces and that kind of thing. It takes some outside forces, as Newton would tell us, to change how that bullet is spinning. So over the distances over which a bullet is effective, that spinning motion acts to keep it doing what it's already doing. Okay? Because it doesn't want to do anything else unless acted upon by an outside force. So it, in effect, stabilizes the bullet with that rifling. Third lesson, science lesson number 9, of that engagement that we just went through. The science of fall damage. What would a power armor do for fall damage? Well, fall damage in real life is going to be changing your momentum very quickly. It's not the fall that kills you, it's the rapid change in momentum, or a force. Mass times velocity divided by time is a force. And mass times velocity is momentum. So if you have a lot of momentum stopping very quickly, short amount of time, you get a large force, and that's fall damage. What a power suit or power armor would do is extend the amount of time you come to a stop during, and have powerful shocks to make it so that you don't come to a stop all at once. Rather, you cushion that. That's why cars have crumple zones, because it extends the amount of time it takes for something to stop. That's why dropping an egg into a sheet or on your bed doesn't crack it, because the egg comes to a stop much more slowly than it would if it just hit the pavement. That is the science of fall damage. Oh, we're getting into it. Laser weapon, let's go. I love science time, but when is it going to end? Says public. Oh, right. Also, if you don't like science time, get out. Bye-bye. Again, I know that's not a laser weapon, but that was rifle. I was just trying to show rifling and what happens when rapidly this guy's a son of a gun, huh? A rapidly decelerating kinetic projectile impacts the human cranium. Ah, crap. This is gonna be bad. No. That. Dog meat. You're fine. Always shoot the legs. Improvise. Adapt. Legs. There we go. Leg. 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 Reducing your radiation levels or your radiation sickness is not as easy as just taking a serum, but it has been used something like that before. If you go back and watch the latest Half-Life histories about the accident in Goiânia, Brazil, you'll find that they used a compound called Prussian blue and gave it to patients, and this Prussian blue chemical bonded with some of the radioactive atoms and molecules and products inside of their body, and then it could be excreted with that serum. So, mysterious serum reducing your rads by 36,000. Not that crazy. No, it's not the Bob Ross color. It's not that. Science lesson number 10. Woo! Give me your crap. Oh, I gave him a bandana. I know, this weapon has lower ammo. This is my type of gameplay. I know it's probably pretty hard to look at the moment. I need something that has more of ammo capacity. I gotta do it. Chat, I really don't want to die right here, since I've been doing this for what feels like 10 minutes now. I can't see you when you're doing that. Yep. Man. Switching back. We're not cheating. Where? Where are you? Hey, buddy, do you know what's sciencey? A flamer. Where are you? Where? Bad hiding spot. What? That car's not gonna blow up? Bad hiding spot, buddy. Sit down. Jeez. I know that wasn't that hard. But, again, it's fine. Get science, punk! Who? My favorite weapon that I've found in this game, through playing it very often, is if you can tell me where to find it, I need it. It's a shotgun, a legendary shotgun called the Kneecapper, and it does extra damage to legs, and you know that that's what I need. I shall point out that a flamer in this game is not a flamethrower. A flamethrower, as was used in World War I and World War II and was banned by the Geneva Convention because it was so terrible to people. Flamethrower, as traditionally defined by the military, is something that ejects a liquid and something that can burn, like gasoline, for example. It's probably not gasoline, but something like gasoline. And that is lit on fire by a pilot light. So you have a flaming stream of liquid that would cover a target and then burn the target in that liquid. Something like gasoline again, and that's why you can shoot it inside of bunkers and burns everyone alive inside of bunkers. It's terrible. A flamer, on the other hand, like this, is like a propane torch. So instead of something like a liquid, it's usually a gas, something like propane or butane, whatever it is. Propane is probably what you're familiar with. And it also has a pilot light at the front, and it burns that propane gas as it comes out and expands out, and the range is much, much, much shorter. Science lesson, let's call it 11.
I was afraid we wouldn't get any of it.
Violet Journey says, does that mean you're roasting enemies with propane and a propane accessory? Is a fuel and a flamethrower the same as napalm, says CP? No, napalm is a different terrible thing.
Jack's not gonna be had yourself.
Dynamite says, confirmed, the facility is pay to win. It is.
Impulsive from time to time.
But we do cool things with all the simps. All the simping for science. We do cool things here at the facility with it. Trust me.
No problem. I'll bring her back.
The trouble usually isn't finding her. It's persuading her to come. I don't know where she...
Look at that dog being cute. Sesh the Pole says, is it just me or does Kyle get mad at Kevin more and more each stream? Don't get on camera. Don't say anything. They're not here for you. No, Kevin and I are cool. We're fine. He's fine. He's good. Nearly sincerely. I like that. It's got a nice little ring to it. Says, did you know you could do that? Nearly sincerely says, I want a Simpin' for Science shirt. Loud and clear. Heard you. Let's get our robot lover. But Kyle, you don't have to romance her. Yeah, you do. I should, level up. Nah, that's fine.
So you're back.
Yeah.
Take it you got what Overseer McNamara was looking for.
I got... Something I'm not back for is your attitude. Because I can! Why would the interior of this vault be pressurized? It's because in the event of some kind of incursion or some kind of breach, you would want potentially contaminated air to be pushed outwards rather than sucked inwards. If there was a pressure gradient such that the Vault 81 was not pressurized and it was lower, potentially contaminated radioactive air and dust might be sucked inwards. That's why it's pressurized such that when you open the vault door, air is pushed outwards. That's just good engineering. 11.5.
Come on. What I can do. But you and I both.
Oh, I like this vault because everything's pristine too. Like, you get very sick of seeing destroyed, dilapidated everything. This is kind of like an oasis of vault technology.
Sorts we can't provide ourselves.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at my...
I'm impressed you maintained a successful vault for so
How do you repressure a vault? Complex Monitor says you would seal the vault back up and then start using pumps and generators to generate more air, pump more air from you have tubes going to the surface. The tubes have some HEPA filter or very low small pore filters, pumps in air, pressurizes it inside of tanks,
I haven't got all day.
and keeps and pumps that in to the sealed vault, increasing its pressure like you would do with an airplane fuselage.
It's the dangers that can...
I think basically he was saying take off your power armor and put your dog away, but
No signs of radiation. Impressive.
thanks, Garrus.
It must be rough living out there.
Garrus, is that you?
What I wouldn't give for some real time off.
Garrus, you don't look Turian anymore. You just have a ponytail, and that's much worse. I'm not romancing that.
Ashes, where are you going? Ash!
Oh, did I miss the kitty? It's okay, boy. We'll see. Yeah, it's okay. We'll find the kitty. Geek Furious says, wait, you guys started without me? Hey, you got the notification, Geek. A nice, pristine vault. Hello, child.
Mister, are you really from the Commonwealth?
I am.
Yes, I am.
I knew.
See Maria at the cafeteria.
How are you... Wait, how did you get down here and you're also Garrus? Garrus, do you have any calibrations to do?
I heard we had a trader in today.
Oh. Oh. You sound different. Okay, bye-bye.
Forsyth is asking to see you.
I forget where I'm going.
You haven't needed my help in years.
I forget. Talk to the doctor. I know. Give me a second. I'm getting flummoxed. There's too many people talking. Don't smoke in here. Am I? It's here, right? See, here's reactor, air, pumps, pressurization, atmospheric containment reactor. See? This is how you repressurize stuff. Water, hot water, air, atmospheric contamination detector. This all makes it totally sciencey. Boop. I'm trying to get this quest trigger for Curie. I forget. How do I start the quest?
There's no need for it here.
There is. I need to.
Hello, Overseer.
It helps me
Have you
carry
been down to
stuff.
medical to see Dr. Forsyth yet? He told me he's very interested in meeting you.
Wax Zero says, I've learned a lot from all your radiation videos. That's all I can hope for. Where's the dang doctor? I'm lost. Don't mind me. I knew that was going to happen. That was my bad. That's fine. Actually, this is where I wanted to be. So I was just doing a speed strat. Should have gotten out of the power armor.
Careful, outsider.
Nobody, look, nobody in this vault told me to get out of the power armor. That's a ridiculous request. Let Austin take you on a tour in the classroom, talk to Aaron, go to the reactor, talk to everyone, get Aaron's cat back, then head to the infirmary, start the hole in the wall quest. She'll be in there. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Wait. Reactor, talk to everyone, get Aaron's cat. Hey. Okay, I'll do that. Just a second.
Welcome.
I like this guy. Sure.
Sure, you can have some blood.
Excellent.
If you can get through my
Let's have a
suit,
seat, and I'll draw the
doctor.
blood.
Oh, I have to sit. Okay. Don't take my suit. I'll notice.
Sit there. It'll only take a sec.
Again, my helmet is sciencey because it has center of gravity marks on it.
There.
What's happening?
Hello, Dr. Forsyth.
Looking for medical treatment? Talk to Rachel. She'd be happy to help you with anything you need.
All right after I stomp some vault dwellers. Again, we're doing this. Okay, chat. Power armor is sciencey, so I don't want to hear nothing about it. We're using a laser weapon. We're trying to get Curie, going to the classroom, talking to Aaron. Apparently, nobody's in here. Great. I don't want to wait for our lives. Don't finish the sentence. Power armor is more sciencey than any lab coat. Fair enough. I agree.
My dad's
Power armor?
Yes.
Is that power armor?
Yes.
I've heard of it. This is the first time.
I like the contextual cues there. That's kind of cool. Sorry, kid. Super mutants do eat children. I've seen some of your...
Pretty bad in there.
I've seen some of your bones in their meat bags. Who's looking pretty bad and where? I'll steal all your corn. Oh, there's a weird thing you can do in this game, right? In this mission, you can, like, pump in certain gas in here and, like, do stuff to people?
I'll try. Don't want any trouble in 81.
Something like that, right?
Sorry about the maintenance. It never ends these days.
Garrus.
Your Pip-Boy ever act up on you?
No.
Mine's been glitchy.
Sounds like your Pip-Boy needs calibrations, Garrus. I completely forgot what I'm doing. How do I start this stupid quest? I like seeing the Overseer up there. That's kind of cool, huh? How do I start this quest? Leave the vault and come back? Why? Then talk to the doc. Oh, right. I need to wait for the samples to be done. Talk to Tina's brother. First, I need to go and get the cat. Oh, there's this lady. Okay. Hello. See, that's also what would happen if I showed up in a classroom. I'd be like, everyone, teacher, give me the classroom. There's something I have to tell your students. Did you know that there's over 90 bags of poop on the moon? That's right. When astronauts went to the moon, where do you think they put all the poop? They didn't take it back. They threw it out there. What? They didn't bring back the poop? Astronauts don't follow camping rules? No. 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 The moon's pretty big. General Thane says, did they burn it so it didn't smell? No, with no atmosphere on the moon, or basically no atmosphere on the moon, you won't be able to smell the bags of poop. Don't worry about it. Curie works as a nanny. No, I know. No, Curie's not. Curie is in the abandoned part of the vault. You don't know this yet. But spoilers, there's another vault inside of this vault. Can we terraform the moon with bags of poop from the 70s? No. I'm sure all the good flora...
Keep the vault safe.
gut flora that's in that poop has been irradiated to death
Yeah?
by the intense radiation in space with no atmosphere to block it. In space, radiation is crazy and there's no pressure. So no pressure means that moisture boils away immediately. Like when it's easier to boil water up at altitude. In space, with zero pressure, water boils away instantaneously, and with no atmosphere to protect you, or no stuff like air to protect you and attenuate cosmic rays and whatnot, you'll get irradiated very quickly. So science lesson number 12 is that you can't grow food with poop on the moon, I suppose. Okay, now the doctor is not
Watch out for the maintenance. It never ends around
here. Here we go.
Facilities in the Commonwealth, and just how sanitary they must be.
Spoiler alert, they're not.
Dr. Forsyth.
Do you need something?
Ah, crap.
At the moment.
They're not.
As the doctor of Vault 81, I expect a certain amount of respect.
I didn't do anything.
That wanderer from the Commonwealth. I'm Rachel. I assist Dr. Forsyth with his medical duties.
Hello.
Are you sick or injured?
There's a kitty? Yes, there's a kitty. Yeah, Kermie.
Patch me up, Doc.
Go over your symptoms with me.
I got so many rads. Mortal says the movie The Martian lied about growing with poop. No, they didn't lie. It's just that if bags of poop have been on the moon exposed to space for 50 years, that's different than pooping on Mars in an enclosed hab or habitat. Where's Aaron? Aaron's up at the front, right? I have to find her kitty. She's up at the
I've
front.
heard some doctors that imagine attempting surgery in those conditions.
Well, imagine it.
Excuse me, Dr. Forsyth.
I've heard some doctors out there specialize in construction. I can't imagine attempting surgery in those conditions.
Adder Cobb says, is there a real-life allegory to Radaway? Yes. There are certain chemical compounds that you can take and ingest and put in your body that will adhere themselves preferentially to radioactive atoms and molecules, and then you will poop those out. That was science lesson 8 today. No, it wasn't. It was 13, baby. Because we gotta get the love of our robotic life going here. Iodine helps too. Oh.
Stay out of trouble.
She was right here, right?
Huh?
Wait.
Hi.
Showing off that power armor?
Power armor? Hey, Peter, is that your power armor? I mean, you probably shouldn't let me in the security building. Vault 81 Depot. Son of a gun!
On my watch, and I don't want to start today.
Grimtello says, means you need to write a hypothesis on how bumblebees fly. That was always a pseudoscience-y crap, where people said, like, bumblebees can't fly, physics says bumblebees can't fly. No, that's absolutely not the case. Of course they can. They do. What am I doing? Depot, right. Got it. Icicle Cold says, I've always been a little lost in the science of flight. It doesn't always line up. No, it does. That's not the person. Whoa. Hey, dude. What was that?
Looking for some?
Just needed to take a little bit of time to be a little sexist to me. Hey, no problem. It's probably hard being... It's probably hard having that haircut. Bumblebees are magic. Bumblebees distort space around them. They flap their wings.
Whoa! A real-life Commonwealth person. You dress funny.
You also... we're wearing the same thing on our arm.
Hey, sweetie.
Excuse me, mister. Have you seen my cat?
Here we go.
What happened?
He scratched me, and I yelled at him to go away. I didn't mean forever, though.
I get it.
His name is Ashes, and he's the best cat in the whole world.
I'm not gonna ask. Money.
I think he's left the vault. I saw him run by me when I got here.
Left the vault? Oh, please.
I'll find him. Don't say that to her.
I'll find him for you.
Thank you.
Jeez.
His name is Ashes. He's the sweetest little gray cat. I just want him to come home.
I know. Trust me. I know the feeling. I have nightmares every night about losing my cats. Almost actually every night. It's getting to be a problem. She looks old. How dare you judge the aging capabilities of these small children?
We got a barber here if you need it. Not saying you do.
I'll start today.
We gotta get Curie, who's the love of my life, and we have to get her a body. Sure. Curie is the best companion. It's the French accent, man. And she loves science. You're walking around and she's saying like, oh, I need data. Oh, that is not hygienic. Oh, Curie. I guess we're going around. Bug out. Oh, get off of my face. Bye-bye. There's a mutant suicider here, and he carries a nuclear bomb in his hands. And if he hits me, I will die. But I can also shoot the nuclear bomb in his hands. And if I do that, hello, where is it? I see it. I see it beeping. Take it out. Bye-bye. Hey, kitty! Hey, kitty.
Ashes, go home.
Kitty. I know, you gotta go. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay, buddy. Just go home, buddy, okay? Okay, you be a good kitty. I will symbolically pet you. You go home. Okay. Bye-bye. You can't grab her? No. Don't grab a cat. If you don't know a cat, if you're not friendly with a cat and it's not your cat, don't try to grab a cat. A, it's rude. B, they'll get you. Can a cat scratch you even if you have power armor? Yes. My cat, the distinguished Lady 3 Jane Marie France Tessier Ashpool, her claws are so sharp, power armor is nothing to her. Wow. Okie Melon, you better not be slacking off in the facility. There's a lot of work to be done. Especially Garrus. Garrus, calibrate me. If you touch my hair, Garrus, I will send you back. I will send you in a box to Tachanka. Just glad we got that sorted out.
Never.
I heard a kitty. Where?
I heard Austin got bit by a mole rat.
There we go. Now that's Marie France. She's fine.
Austin got himself bit by a mole rat. So now
The mole rat bite, that's what leads to Curie.
You're welcome.
I'm so glad he's safe. Ashes! Bad kitty.
Don't, no.
So worried
Don't
about
tell, it's
you.
just a cat.
My
It does what it
pet
wants.
mom's gonna make me give you a bath.
Aw, little buddy.
Damn it. She's holding that wrench.
Kitty! Next, go to the infirmary and start the hole-in-the-wall quest. Yep, I know. Austin got bit by a mole rat, which sounds like the start of some folk story. We'll be going in there. We'll be trying to find a cure from the mole rats, which will lead us into a secret section of this vault, which will introduce us to Curie. Curie will become our robot companion. Then we want to transfer her consciousness into a French body. Scientist in a pool when? Says Grim Telos. Never. Look, do you see people's names written on my body and crappy pool floats and a mini fridge full of Red Bulls next to me? No, we do things a little bit different here at the facility, as you can see. Again, what I hope to do every time we're doing this, you and me, is give you a little bit of entertainment, a lot of science and education. There's a lot that we do here. If you want to join the facility, patreon.com/Kyle Hill. Get your own lab coat. Many of you are professors there already, and you know that. Thank you to all of you who have been here. No matter where you are in the world, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Channel, sub, follow, new episode, facility, science, hair, ponytails, lab coats. Be nice to each other. Because this is all we got. Take care now. I think that's everything, right, Kevin? Well, you're PR, Kevin. You got to tell me if